Raphael for a call on second. Darren Bragg. Johnny Damon, where are you? Hey. But they got a shot to get for a call. The throw home not in time, but for call does not touch home plate. Jason Beck, go get him. He's out. Bobby Cox, your thoughts? Exactly. Worth another look. Replay inconclusive unless you're a Braves announcer. Next batter, Gary Sheffield. Say hello to my little fry. Have a good trip, man. His 13th, Sheffield 2 for 4. It's a 2-run shot. Hoo-ah! Sheffield swing again. Wrong movie. Right after wrong movie. Back foot in the air when he makes contact. He hit that on one leg. Derek Lowe allowed 2 runs on 6 hits and 7. He's allowed 4 homers in his last 4 starts. Not good. Bottom 5, Varitek to right. Brian Daubach will go to third. Varitek, though, is meat trying to stretch a single into a double with nobody out in a 1-run game. Good hustle, not very smart. Next up, Dirt Dog. Trot Nixon, shallow center, Keith Lockhart, and for Carl having a team meeting out there, and Lockhart is still able to hold on. 2 outs. Next batter, it's Ben Affleck's arch enemy, Lou Merlone. Kevin Millwood rings him up to end the inning. Millwood struck out a season-high 10 in 5 2/3, but he had to leave because of a blister. Is not expected to miss a start. Bottom 8, tying run on first for Manny, 6-4-3. That ends the 8th. John Smoltz struck out 2 in the 9th, and the Red Sox lose again 2-1. Smoltz's 27th save in 30 chances, and his 2nd save in this series. Braves set a club record for wins in June, 20-5 heading into Sunday. Boston only 18-18 at Kenmore Square this year and 3-8 in its last 11 overall. Red Sox 5-12 in interleague play. They are batting .221 as a team versus the National League.
The Mets and the Yankees, our showcase highlight. We're in the top of the 2nd for Jay Payton. Enrique Wilson in right field for the first time in his career, and after this one, he may not ever want to play out there ever again. An adventure here as he goes back to the wall, hits the wall, and then an adventure as he throws it in, misses the cutoff man. Payton with a triple would later score. Watch again. Wilson lost. There's a wall out there, man. Enrique not happy. Bottom 3, Enrique Wilson knocks the mask off Vance Wilson. And then in the next inning, Vance Wilson, who went 2 for 4, a home run, his 2nd of the year. Mike Piazza, the DH in this one. Wilson catching. Mets up 4-1. And we flash back. Dodgers-Yanks 55 World Series. Jackie Robinson stealing home. Back to Saturday. Roger Cedeno's on third. Here he comes. And he steals home. Watch this again. Cedeno, did the heel touch home plate or not? Only the plate knows. He's safe. Mets up 5-1. And then Mo Vaughn in the top of the 5th. Showing some signs. 4th home run in his last 10 at-bats. Take a look at Mo's stance. May on the left, Saturday on the right. Maybe his hands extended a bit more. Maybe the impact of the new hitting coach, Chris Chambliss. Top 6, Mike Piazza. Doing what he does best, going the other way. 15th of the year. Mets pouring it on. They're up 7-1. And poor Enrique Wilson. This is the home run. Enrique's going out of the park easy. Just back off, my man. Bam, into the wall. Mets go on to win 11-2 for the first time since August of '62, and the first time at Yankee Stadium since 1938. The Yanks were scored upon in each of the first 6 innings of a game. 6 Mets had multiple hits, including Mo Vaughn, who now has 17 homers at Yankee Stadium, the most of any.
To the game. And Ichiro takes him deep the other way to left. It bounces off the top of the wall, and it does not take a Mike Hampton hop. Take another look. Ichiro does get the friendly home bounce there at Safeco. His 2nd home run of the year, 1-0 Seattle. Freddie Garcia, plenty for him at the curveball work in top 2. He rings up Todd Hollandsworth. 2 batters later gets Benny Agbayani. Then in the 3rd, Juan Uribe. Remember, Garcia was coming off the worst start of his season Monday when he allowed 10 runs on 9 hits in only 3 innings against Oakland. Bottom 3, Ichiro again. A little softer this time. Looks like it's going to go foul. But hold on, he's called out. What's the deal with this? Take another look. The ball starts off in fair territory and hits Ichiro before it goes foul. So he's done. Lou doesn't like it, but he knows it's the right call. Bottom 5, Edgar. Oh, they're happy to have him back. Takes Hampton deep to left. A 3-run shot. His 2nd. M's up 6-0. Bottom 7, Brett Boone. Teeing off his 11th. He's 5 for 12 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs since returning to the lineup. 7-1 ends. Hampton shelled for 7 earned on 12 hits in 7. Top 9, Jeff Nelson's first appearance since May 5th. And again, Todd Hollinsworth looks at a called third strike. Next batter, Greg Norton. A scoreless 9th for Nelson, and the Mariners win the game 8-1. 4 players with multi-hit games for Seattle, including Ichiro, who had his Major League best 35th multi-hit game this year. No offense in this one from Colorado. The Rockies managing only 5 singles and 1 double in losing their 5th in a row. Colorado only 9-31 since interleague play began in 1997.
Giants for the A's, Jeff Kent batting third. Third game in that spot. He's had the fracas this week with Barry Bonds and has turned that into his best week of the season. 2-run home run to left, his 13th of the year. Giants up 2-zip. And Barry Bonds, of all people, gives a little high five to Kent. Easy on the pat. That was a pleasant pat. And Bonds at the plate, doubles to right center. His only hit of the game. He would later score. Giants up 3-0 after 1. In the bottom of the 3rd, 2 out. Greg Myers, left center. Marvin Bernard. Efforting, great effort. Still 4-zip after 3. Bottom 6, Eric Chavez. Number 20 on the year. It's a 2-run shot. And the A's within 1 at 4-3. Top of the 7th, 2 out. Kent up the middle. Miguel Tejada, diving stop, keeps Marvin Bernard at 3rd. Watch it again as Tejada makes a diving stop and helps save a run. Next man up is Barry Bonds. And what are you going to do with Barry Bonds? What else? Intentionally walk him. His 100th walk of the season. More on that in a moment. Bases loaded. Reggie Sanders, bring him up, sit him down. So we're still at 4-3, top 9. Kent again, base hit. He had 3 hits and 3 RBIs in this game. He's 8 for 15 in the 3 games since he's been put in the 3 spot with 2 home runs and 12 RBIs. Giants win at 5-3, but Kent told the Contra Costa Times he knows the Giants may not be willing to pony up the cash to keep him when he becomes a free agent after the season. Kent says he's intrigued about becoming a free agent. Only the A's' 2nd interleague loss this season. They're now 15-2 against the National League. So Bonds walking twice, already 101 walks, the most before the All-Star game since the expansion era began in 1961, and the Giants still have 8 more games left before the break. Last year, Bonds had 88 walks prior to the break, which was the highest total since '61. He ended up with 177 walks last season, setting 1 on 1 out is Tim Salmon. Base hit. Scores David Eckstein. Salmon 3 for 4 in the game. Drives in 3. Angels up 1-zip. Still in the 1st. Scott Spezio right center. Dave Roberts. Sean Green. I got it. You got it. Who's got it? Oh, boy. Roberts made the catch, and neither player was injured, thankfully. Watch that. Again, as Roberts was able to hang on. Bottom 3, Troy Gloss. 3-0 pitch, given the green light, base hit. Salmon comes in, and the Angels are up by the score of 2-0. Next man up, Scott Spezio off the hands, and it gets through there. Garrett Anderson coming in. Anaheim's up by the score of 3-0. Bottom 4, Ishii struggling. Darren Erstad, infield single. Tim Salmon walks. And then Garrett Anderson, with 1 out, will fly out, but it's deep enough to score the runner from 3rd. So Anaheim's up by the score of 4-0. Next man up is Troy Gloss. He's walked, loads the bases. Ishii gives up 3 earned runs in 3 2/3. Aaron Seeley, in the meantime, cruising. Gets Dave Roberts, ring him up, sit him down. And then Jeff Rebele as Seeley strikes out 5. A complete game and a shutout. His 8th career shutout against the Dodgers. As Anaheim wins it by the score of 7-0. Salmon has 10 hits and 6 RBIs in his last 5 games. Darren Erstad, 3 for 5, scores twice. 149 interleague hits, most by any player.
Padres in Kansas City. Mike Sweeney lead the majors, hitting .367, coming in with homers in 4 straight games. Bottom 4 facing Brett Tomko. It's foul. Ryan Klesko over the railing. Next batter, it's the Joker. Joe Randa. That was a pretty good defensive play. How about this one? To left, it's gone for a home run, and Ron Gant is bringing it back. Gant had a big night, as you'll see in a minute. Take another look. This is a pretty good start to his night, right in front of the 375 sign as Randa hit at 376. Bottom 6, Sweeney. Down the left field line. Foul. 4 pitches later, still facing Brett Tomko in a 1-1 game. And there it goes. 2-run shot, his 15th, 5th consecutive game with a home run for Mike Sweeney, breaking his own record. He's hitting .413 in June. Top 7. Left-hander Scott Mullen facing Tom Lampkin, who was 3 for 28 versus lefties. To right, Davy Cruz trying to score from second. They wave him in. It's close. Safe. Padres lead 4-3. Nice hustle play. Tied at 4 in the 10th now. Jason Grimsley having a rough time. Facing Ramon Vasquez, and he walks him on 4 straight pitches. And Marcotte gets a free pass. Tony Pena, your thoughts?
The runner was
all right. Grimsley would stay in. He walked the bases loaded on 13 pitches to start the 10th. So he's out. Dan Reichert is in. Reichert comes in to face Ron Gant, who's stuck in a 1 for 15 slump.
well hit. Left field. Get out of here. Grand slam home run. It's a water ball.
5th-career grand slam for Gant. We need more enthusiastic play-by-play guys is what we need. Padres win it 8-4. They snap Kansas City's 4-game winning streak. Mike Sweeney, Royals team record for most consecutive games with a home run. He's hitting .545 during a 12-game hit streak. Gant's grand slam is first since '96. Padres have now scored 45 runs in their last 6 games. Sweeney has the highest career batting average in the month of June for any active player. Now batting .366, including a major league best .413 in June. Sweeney's also hit 6 home runs and driven in 16 this month. Sweeney just 1 more game this month.
Top 2 teams in the Central. Top 5, Todd Walker. Jim Edmonds, great diving catch. Throwing a second to double up Jason LaRue. Double play. Bottom 6, we're tied at 1. It's Edmonds, only 5 for 29 since coming off the DL. Had the bad wrist. Has been struggling, but 2 for 3 in the game, including this home run. His 15th of the year, 2-1 Cards. Key play of the game, 7th inning, tied at 2. LaRue's on second with 2 outs. Walker to left. Albert Pujols. This should be the 3rd out of the inning. It's routine. I got it. You got to use 2 hands.
Fundamentals.
Well, he dropped it, and it would.
You always preach fundamentals.
They take the lead to the Reds. Next man up, Aaron Boone, up the middle. Edmonds coming up firing. A developing situation. Walker's going to slide. Dana DeMuth, home plate umpire. Make the call, Dana. What do you have? Not going to make the call. Mike Matheny goes to tag Walker. DeMuth says he's safe. One more look. Watch the runner. Walker did, in fact, touch the plate. And watch as the throw was there in plenty of time. Matheny just couldn't hold on to it. So turned out to be the correct call. Jim Edmonds not happy about any of this in center. Reds win 4-2. They're now just 1 game behind the Cards. Travis Smith recalled to take Darryl Kyle's spot in the rotation. He pitched well, gave up 2 runs and 6 in the 3rd for a no decision. Juan Encarnacion getting lots of playing time because of Ken Griffey's injury problems. He went 3 for 4. He's 16 for 34 in his last 10 games.
Indian Brian Anderson facing Tomey, and Anderson trying to stay away from Tomey's wheelhouse. First pitch outside part of the plate, 2nd pitch outside, 3rd pitch still nibbling that outside corner, 4th pitch, oops, inside part of the plate, and Tomey hammers it 428 feet, his 23rd 1-0 Tribe. Look at catcher Damian Miller. Wants to set up outside. Let's keep this outside thing going. The pitch is way inside. Tomey homers for the 4th game in a row. Top 4, 2-1 D-backs. Jose Guillen to center off Chuck Finley. They're going to wave Steve Finley in. 3-1 Diamondbacks. Finley allowed 3 earned on 7 hits in 6. 4-1 in the 8th, Bill Selby. To left and watch closely. A fan reaches around the yellow line and catches it. Umps gives Selby a double. Milton Bradley comes in. It's 4-2. And the kid is like, dude, what do you want me to do? I was right there. I had the glove. Replay, 3rd base ump Paul Schreiber ruled fan interference, RBI double for Selby. And there it is. The kid leans over. What are you going to do? Bottom 9, Young Kim on, 2 on, 1 out, Tomey. 2 for 4, bases loaded now. Kim in a jam. And he gets out of it, rings up Travis Fryman. And then next batter, it's Milton Bradley. Kim's 20th save. Charlie Manuel can only scratch his head as the Diamondbacks win 4-2. Anderson wins for just the second time in 19 starts. That after going 17 straight starts without a win. He retired 13 straight at one point and 19 to the final 21 he faced. Anderson, remember, a Cleveland native. He still lives there in the offseason. He even has Brown season tickets. Cleveland 13-15 in May, now 11-14 in June, so they are guaranteed their first consecutive losing months since April and May of '93.
Cubs and the White Sox, top of the second. Moises Alou. There it goes. 5th of the year, solo home run. Chicago up 2-zip. Top 4, 2-2. Alou up again. And this is his first multi-home run game in over a year. 6th home run of the season. Split screen analysis. 2nd inning home run, high fastball. 4th inning home run, low slider. Alou in the ball game went 4 for 4. Bottom 5 full count. Frank Thomas facing Mark Pryor. Stays alive. Stays alive. Stays alive. And then crushes it. 2-run home run. 14th of the year, 3 RBIs in the game for Thomas. White Sox up 4-3. And then Carlos Lee, bottom 6, 2-run home run.
El Caballo.
389 for Lee, the average with 3 homers in 5 games against the Cubs this season. 5-4 White Sox. Top 9, Sox up 5-4. Antonio Osuna on the mound. Delano DeShields on 3rd. Bill Miller up. Sosa on deck. And Osuna walks Miller. So Sosa coming up. 2-2 pitch. Team down by 1. Ring them up, sit them down. And Sosa scowling because Osuna with the celebration. And the White Sox win at 5-4 as Osuna gets Sosa in the clutch spot. Osuna on his celebration. He's a great, great hitter. Sammy Sosa, there was a lot of emotion. The Cubs are season low 14 games under 500. Colon joined his new team Saturday. Pero no habla inglés. He doesn't speak English, but did say through an interpreter he's surprised he got traded. The Expos at Toronto, and let us take a look at Bartolo Colon in his new uniform. Vladimir Guerrero, 20-game hitting streak snapped Friday. But here in the top of the second, that is way back, and that is gone. His 18th. Expos up 1-zip. Bottom 9, 4-2 Montreal. Vernon Wells facing Scott Stewart, 2 outs. Mike Mordecai, whoops. Wells at first. Game not over. After Wells still second, 2 in scoring position for Felipe Lopez. To right, Joe Lawrence is going to score from 3rd. And here comes Wells. He's in there. 4-4. And we go to extra innings. Bottom 10, Eric Hinsky. Matt Hergis on the hill, and there it goes. A walk-off home run for Hinsky. And the Jays win at 5-4. Hinsky's first career walk-off homer. He does it with 30 family members and friends in the stands. Hinsky leads all rookies in the American League in home runs with 14 and RBIs with 44. Montreal's bullpen had not given up an earned run in 8 games over 23 innings before the 9th inning meltdown in this one, as the Jays come up with 3 in the 9th to force extra innings, and then they win it. Brewers and the Twins. Matt Stairs and the Brew Crew, they're 1-9 in interleague play coming in. Stairs says we're going to change that. 3rd of the year, and we are tied at 1 run apiece. In the top of the 3rd, Richie Sexton's at the plate. Tyler Houston trying to score. Jock Jones to Christian Guzman, and we have a situation developing. The Twins with the defense like always, and Houston is out at the plate. Bottom of the 3rd, Jock Jones. Right center, Alex Sanchez going back to the track, to the baggie. Robs him of a home run. Great catch. Watch it again. Sanchez knows he's close to the warning track and times his jump perfectly. Top 5 Stairs again. 2-run shot. 2nd in the game, 4th of the year. 5-1 Brewers. Then on the top of the 8th, Ryan Thompson. The well-traveled Ryan Thompson. 2-run shot. And Milwaukee wins at 10-2 as they snap a 6-game interleague losing streak. Stairs 3 for 4. Paul Bacco 3 hits and 3 RBIs. Twins lead over the White Sox. Cut to the series between the two. Greg Zahn, who had that grand slam the other night. Between first and second, Mike Young dives, spins, and gets some great play. Top of the 7th, Lance Berkman's up. Jay Powell had just walked Craig Bijou on 4 pitches. Jerry Aaron or Hershiser. Did we make a change? They don't have anybody warming up. Oops. Ball 1. Hershiser says we need to discuss. John Rocker and Anthony Telford start warming up. Next pitch. Berkman says, you guys are too late. 25th of the year. 2 behind Sammy for the Major League lead. Tied with Bonds and Sean Green for 2nd in the National League. Top 8. 7-5 throws. Bases loaded for Richard Hidalgo.
Loops it in the right.
1 run comes in. Lance Berkman's coming in. The throw, and Berkman is out at the plate. The Astros still up 8-5, and guess what? Clinch the silver boot because the Astros have taken 4 of 5 in the 6-game season series. Astros were once down 5-0, but they come back. It's the first career win for Brandon Puffer, who pitched 4 scoreless innings in relief.
Phillies in Baltimore. Gary Matthews Jr. had a career game. Remember the '83 World Series when the Phils and Orioles met? Gary Matthews Sr. had a home run off Mike Flanagan. We go back to Saturday bottom one. Now we're back to Gary Matthews Jr. facing Vicente Padilla, who's no Mike Flanagan. Singles to left center. Matthews so far 1 for 1. Bottom 2, it's 4-0 O's. It's Gary Matthews Jr. again. This time it's a double to left, so Sarge Jr. 2 for 2, having a pretty good night. Certainly better than Padilla, who was tagged for 5 runs on 10 hits and 4. Bottom 4, another base hit, so now Matthews 3 for 3. Dave Coggin facing Matthews in the 6th. It's 6-1 Baltimore. Up the middle. 4 for 4, and bottom 7, Real Cormier facing Matthews. Cormier, of course, French for 3-run homer. In this case, it's a 2-run shot. Gary Matthews Jr. 5 for 5. Orioles, as a team, had a season-high 18 hits. Plenty for Jason Johnson. Top 9, looking to go to distance, facing Pat Burrell. And he gets Burrell to ground into the 5-4-3. Johnson allowed 1 run on 6 hits, struck out 5. 11-1 Orioles win. Gary Matthews Jr.'s 5 hits, a career high. Jason Johnson's first complete game of the year. And in Tampa Bay, and we got to get these guys out of the booth. Top 6, 1-1 Floyd. Off Joe Kennedy. 2-run shot is 17. 3-1 Marlins. Floyd 3 homers, 11 RBI in his last 12 games. Bottom 7, 3-2. Armando Almanza hits Aubrey Huff to ground into the 5-4-3. Vladimir Nunez worked the 9th for his 18th save, and the Marlins win in 3-2. Cliff Floyd has changed his batting stance to try and snap out of a slump, and guess what? It's working. He's hitting .333 in his last 12 games. Now, the Post story says the Red Sox are interested in Floyd because they believe Jim Thome is headed for Atlanta. Everybody in Boston right now clamoring for the Red Sox to get Thome. And Marlins owner Jeffrey Loria, remember the guy who used to run the Expos, doesn't want to deal with the Yankees. Stay tuned.
Pirates and Tigers, top of the 3rd. Jeff Weaver pitching, no score. Pokey Reese to left. George Lombard going back, and he makes the catch. The bottom of the 4th, Wendell McGee's up. Rob Fick on 3rd. McGee down the 3rd base line. Fick coming down. Jason Kendall lost the ball, and Fick is in there. Tigers up 1-0. Fick should have been out by a mile, but he kicks the ball out of Kendall's glove, and that brings us to another former Tiger, Ty Cobb, statue of him outside Comerica Park. He, of course, was known for sliding hard and playing tough. Bottom 7, Tigers are up 1-0. Dimitri Young. Mike Lincoln's pitch gets away from Jason Kendall. Damian Easley comes in. Tigers up 2-0. Top of the 9th, Juan Acevedo intentionally walking Jason Kendall. Nearly has a meltdown there. Runners have to hold. Kendall would walk below the bases, and then it gets past. And Kevin Young, he holds up at 3rd. Wilson still up, 2-2 pitch. Acevedo gets him looking. It's strike 3 to end the game. The Tigers win it by the score of 2-1. Jeff Weaver goes 7 2/3 for the win, and then proclaimed, "I've been here 3 years, and winning is never easy for us." Weaver figures it's between him and Robert Fick for an all-star spot, says Weaver. "I don't think every team should have an all-star, and we probably don't deserve one." So Weaver full of post-game quotes.